Hey, we're New Constellations.
And you're tuned in to
Jam Hot Radio.
What's up, world, and welcome to a special West Coast edition of Jam Hot Radio. I'm Ashley Arasaki, subbing in for the so lovely Courtney Fry. As Jam Hot Radio continues to grow and expand, we will be planting seeds all over the U.S., and we are really stoked to be here coming at you live from Portland, Oregon for the very first time. We've also got some local legends in the house today, New Constellations. You know, y'all have brought just so much heat and beautiful energy to the music scene here in Portland. And before we get started, I would love for y'all to introduce yourselves.
I'm Josh. I play guitar and keys and do all the production in our band.
I'm Harley. I mainly just sing.
And we're New Constellations.
Awesome. So before we get into the meat of what is New Constellation, as a band, we really got to know, what do y'all think is one album, a household favorite that everybody's got to have?
I'm gonna have to go with Blonde by Frank Ocean. I think it's just a really deep and complex and dynamic album that you can listen to in any mood and get a totally different reading from it and really just invoke completely different emotions. And I think that that's kind of a staple for a really good song, really good album.
Yeah, I totally agree. You know, there's something really special about an artist that can grow with you and travel with you in the states you're in, and yeah, that album really takes it there.
I think In Rainbows from Radiohead is as close to a perfect album as probably exists. I think it can be infinitely complex and interesting, and is also extremely approachable, and you can listen to it around a lot of different people, and everybody can find something that they enjoy in it. And you can also, really zone in on it by yourself and kind of see the complexity of it.
Yeah, totally. And Thomas York is just such an amazing lyricist that his words, it's just, it's poetry on loop, and you can have that on for a dinner party, or just you're hanging out by yourself, bopping in the living room. That's one that I have at home in my collection too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about the musical journey that y'all have been on, right? You guys grew up as childhood friends together. You've just really been creating together and seeing each other in like so many phases of evolution, whether it's as an artist or a person. So what's that collaborative process look like between the two of you?
We got our start, we started making music together when Harley sent me like just hundreds of voice memos.
Wow.
Of her singing in the car while she was driving.
Wow.
Her car didn't have a radio in it, so she would just sing while she was driving around. And so she sent me hundreds of just small clips of her singing different things. And so our first couple songs were just me sort of gleaning ideas out of those voice recordings. It would be a 30-second clip of her singing one thing, or 4 minutes of her singing another, and kind of just take bits and pieces and sort of try to build some songs from there. And Hot Blooded was very similar to that too. She originally kind of wrote it as just a small clip of her playing on acoustic guitar, and I loved it and kind of got this vibe that it could be this, we called it goth prom, is like the original kind of like vibe we were going for.
Oh, that's awesome.
So it turned from this like acoustic singing song to like, we kind of produced it out to be more of this like sort of gothy, prom-y type vibe in it. So some of our songs start like that, with Harley having an idea and just singing it and sending it to me. Or other songs, I'll have a loop or a beat that I've made and send it to Harley, and I'll just be like, I don't know if I even really like this. It's like a 30-second of just bleeps and bloops, and then I'll send it to Harley and she'll sing something on top of it. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh my god, this is like a song now. It like started as just like some blues, and now you know she's really great at just improvising lyrics and just singing stuff right on top of the beats. So that's like a couple of the ways that we write. Yeah,
wow, that's amazing. So like if I'm hearing you correctly, it sounds like y'all just can riff off each other.
100%. Yeah, I think there's a ton of trust with one another as artists, and I think we joke that we're both like we both know what's cool, or like have similar ideas on what like cool is. So I think we're really trying to like impress each other. Like I try to do stuff that like Carly will be like, oh, that's cool. And I think she does the same thing, like tries to do stuff that will get a reaction out of me, and like we just kind of build off of each other like that.
Yeah, a lot of love and motivation.
Oh yeah, and just trust, I think too, is really huge.
Yeah, it's been really cool because it seems like that there are just like really no like wrong answers, and I really I feel like you really need that in like a real safe artistic space.
Totally, and it's it's really beautiful, and you guys are a wonderful personification of what can happen when you feel safe and love in your creative space.
Oh, absolutely.
And even safe enough to fall. When you feel safe enough to fall, you feel safe enough to soar too.
Yeah,
so
absolutely. It's when we'll be rehearsing or trying to write new music, Harley will just sing stuff, just be freestyling on the mic, and I can't imagine like personally doing that and like just be like, oh, I'm just gonna make it up as I go and just sing nonsense.
Yeah.
But like we've just built this trust with each other where she feels really comfortable, I think, and I think I've gotten really good at sort of coaxing that out of her as well, creating an atmosphere that she feels like she can really express herself.
Yeah, I was telling you before this interview, I had like a mental breakdown last night, basically, of just being like endlessly grateful for Josh, like seeing me as what I could be and like helping so much, like pull out every bit that he could, and so it's really an honor.
Yeah, I agree.
That's awesome. That's really special. Well, speaking of putting out amazing music, can we just talk for a moment about your first single that you put out, Hot Blooded? Wow, what a stunning response from community, fans all over, really. In your first year, you've got 3.5 million streams from Hot Blooded. I just really, I want to know, how does that feel? Because this song, it's a bop. It's empowering. It makes you want to dance. It makes you want to let loose and have some fun. But, there also seem to be some layers to Hot Blooded. And I would love to know what inspired the song.
Well, first of all, it feels like a dream come true to have it resonate with people. It's been an overwhelming experience of the amount of just like love and support and energy that people are just like so willing to give us over this track, and so we're just super grateful like that it's hitting the way that it like hit for us. And this year the Spotify rollout let me know I listened to my own song and most of any song ever, which is
100,000 of those streams.
Yeah.
I love that.
But it was like put together this thing being like, oh, your taste is hopeful yearning, and I thought that was like the most perfect way to like explain what Hot Blooded, like where that came from, of like it's not desperate or anything. It's like, hey, I see the potential of like what is here, and like I know what I'm bringing to the table, and I see what you're bringing to the table too, so like you don't need to be scared. Like I'm this space that like you can lean into here. And yeah, so I think like hopeful yearning is such a beautiful way to sum up the kind of the feeling that I was trying to invoke.
Wow, that's really special. And for our last question of the day, wish we could keep you here forever. What is the vision for new Constellations for 2022? We've just rolled into a brand new year, new exciting energy and adventures. What are some goals for the both of you as a band?
I think it's been truly humbling, the experience that our live shows cultivate.
Yeah.
The energy that everyone is giving us there has just been, I mean, life-changing, truly. And I think that I'm really excited to expand on that, and I really hope that I'm able to speak to the capabilities that I see of all the people in the crowd and the abilities to believe in themselves and their friendships and the way that they operate in the world. And so I'm really excited to be able to just grow that energy and that feeling with all the people that are here for it with us, you know. I'm really excited about getting to show the rest of the world what we've been doing here. Portland is such a special place, and like the community that has grown around this band here is unreal, you know. And I really think that we're gonna keep attracting like a specific kind of person that wants to elevate their lives and their relationships and the world. And so I think the more that we're able to connect with those types of people, the bigger impact that we're going to be able to make, and the more opportunities that we're going to be able to, you know, give and receive from all people that are kind of trying to doing the same thing. So that's one of the main things I'm excited about.
Beautifully said, yeah.
I'm really looking forward to releasing more music this year. Hopefully a couple EPs, maybe an album in the next year or two. And just give people more opportunities to hear us and to like us and to find things that they enjoy about our music. And I'd also really love to hit the road and, like Harley said, experience more communities. When we play our shows in Portland, it's really awesome because we get to see a lot of our friends interacting with each other and with us, and to see, you know, friendship in the audience, I think is really amazing. And I would love to be able to go on the road and see other groups of friends interacting with each other to our music in all sorts of different cities. I think friendship and friends having fun together is like one of the best things, and it's cool that concerts and shows are something that friends get to experience together. Harley and I go to a lot of concerts together, and we have just a lot of really amazing moments, crying and laughing and singing at shows together. So I think it's cool to be able to create that environment for other people to have those experiences as well.
Yeah, wow, absolutely.
Well said.
You know, it's a really wonderful experience to see you all live and really experience the mirroring that comes with the crowd, right?
Oh yeah.
And it's just like, you know, what y'all give out to the crowd, we're giving it right back to you.
Definitely feel
It's
that, yeah.
really special, yeah. Well, I just wanted to say thanks again to New Constellations for showing up and sitting down with us today. Another special thank you to Courtney Fry for making this happen for us. And, you know, within the next year or two, when you see these two guys on big screens and big stages, you'll know that you heard their first interview right here at Jam Hot Radio.
Totally. Thanks, y'all.